Welcome back to Chartbusters on CNBC-TV18. Nifty is where it is, 25,930 levels. But let's move on and listen into what we are seeing from U.S. President Donald Trump. We had a lot of comments. He met with, Xi Jinping of China, and both the leaders had a lot of commentary that came in as well. So that is key that we're keeping an eye out on in terms of commentary. And, post the conclusion of the meeting with Xi Jinping, listen into what he had to say.
I thought it was an amazing meeting. He's a great leader of a very powerful, very strong country, China. And what can I say? We have, it was an outstanding group of decisions, I think, that was made. A lot of decisions were made, too. There wasn't too much left out there. And we've come to conclusion on many very important points. And we'll be handing that to you in a little while. We have because there was a lot of different things, many of them very important. We're in agreement on so many elements, large amounts, tremendous amounts of the soybeans and other farm products are going to be purchased starting immediately. If you notice, President Xi authorized yesterday for China to start, did you know that, right? China to start buying in very large quantities of soybeans and other things, which I appreciated. That was a very nice gesture. And many other things like that. On fentanyl, we agreed that he was going to work very hard to stop the flow. It's a very complex subject because it's used for lots of different reasons, including anesthetics and things. But he's going to work very hard on it, precursors, and I think you're going to see some real action taken. I've agreed, as you know, I put a 20% tariff on China because of the fentanyl coming in, which is it's a big tariff. And based on his statements today, I reduced it by 10%, so it's 10% instead of 20%, effective immediately. I believe he's going to work very hard to stop the death that's coming in. But again, it's complex because of what fentanyl is, what the precursors do. So I think you're going to see a big difference. We've had discussions on many of the elements that you're talking about all the time. You're asking me questions, and most of those things were, I think, agreed to for the most part. Then we agreed to almost everything at a very acceptable form. I wouldn't say everything was discussed because of the things that probably, in retrospect, we could have discussed that we did for some reason didn't come up.
Did he agree? Did you agree to sell any more generation?
Chips. We did discuss chips, and they're going to be talking to NVIDIA and others about taking chips. If we make great chips, and NVIDIA is the leader. And I'll be speaking to Jensen from NVIDIA, but they're going to be discussing that with NVIDIA to see whether or not they can do. I said that's really between you and NVIDIA, but we're sort of the arbitrator or the referee. It's a little rough up here. The skies are a little rough.
What are the major stumbling blocks that are left now to work through, and how soon do you think you could sign a trade deal with China?
Well, I think pretty soon. We have not too many major stumbling blocks. We have a deal. Now, every year we'll renegotiate the deal, but I think the deal will go on for a long time, long beyond the year. We'll negotiate at the end of a year, but all of the rare earth has been settled, and that's for the world. I mean, worldwide. This, I guess you could really say this was a worldwide situation, not just the U.S. situation. So we continue to produce the rare earths and buy the rare earths and everything else, when you see from other countries. But China is, that whole situation, that roadblock is gone now. There's no roadblock at all on rare earth. That will hopefully disappear from our vocabulary for a little while.
So is that a one-year pause on the policy they announced?
It's 1 year. It's a 1 year agreement, and we'll extend it after a year, like we do. It's a 1 year deal. that will, I think, be very routinely extended as time goes by.
Clear, they're not going to impose the rare controls that they proposed. President Trump and President Xi came to an understanding that's it.
What will your new tariff rate on China's goods be once you start?
Other than what there's the tariffs remain exactly the same.
55%.
It's about now it was 57, now it's 47. Because we reduced it by the fentanyl.
So, sir, it sounds like you might be going to China then after a successful.
That's another thing we agreed. I'll be going to China in April, and he'll be coming here sometime after that, whether it's at Florida, Palm Beach, or Washington, D.C.
Okay, those were the updates that came in from Trump as well as Xi Jinping's meeting. But with that, we're absolutely out of time on this edition of Chartbusters. Thank you so much for tuning in. Up next, Trading Hour.